It's time for good energy, and I'm Dr. Julie, and welcome to Bodyful Day 240. We are talking about cold extremities and the senses, and today is day 3 of our series, and we are talking about the sense of taste. Today we're going to focus on how taste can shift your digestive system, which then pulls the blood out of the body, but how you can use the sense of taste to move the blood back, pulls the blood out of the extremities, and how you can use the sense of taste to move blood back in to the extremities. All right, so let's start with the basics. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and release. On the next deep breath in, you're going to expand in the belly, expand in the chest, expand in the sinuses. And as you really just kind of concentrate on going from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, what you'll find is that level 4, which is your hips, will kind of relax and tilt back a little bit. So go ahead and take a deep breath in. And release. And because we are talking about the sense of taste and cold extremities, I want you to think about a time when you got brain freeze. So I want you to think about brain freeze or holding on to a cold ice cream drink and having your hands get cold. Take a deep breath into that. And release. All right. So this is day 3 of cold extremities and the senses, and we're talking about the sense of taste. And when I started talking about cold extremities and the senses, we talked about the fact that one of the places that you can end up with cold extremities is if you are digesting on a coolish spring day where it's slightly cold out, but you've just eaten. So the combination of slightly colder air or air conditioning, so you can get this also during the summer with air conditioning, colder air conditioning, like 60, 65, 68, plus eating can cause the nervous system to automatically pull all the blood into the core. So you've got blood in your core to do digestion. And then the cold air, even though it's not freezing, it's chilly, that causes the switch of your nervous system to pull more blood out of your extremities. As I said before, the only time that I've truly experienced Raynaud's where my fingers have gotten white has been in the spring when I've been eating in an air-conditioned environment, especially when it's been spring and I was eating in shorts and a t-shirt, and inside the air conditioning was much colder. So remember, our goal through all of this is to use the healing equation to figure out how to improve our cold extremities. So energy to warm your extremities or to reduce Raynaud's syndrome or phenomenon equals good energy in minus stressors. And so clearly eating, especially eating when it's colder outside, can trigger a Raynaud's type phenomenon. Now, we also breathed into another situation where you can get cold extremities, and that is having cold food. So a smoothie, a frozen smoothie, a shake, a malt, ice cream, anything like that of a really cold ice water will cause the nervous system to shift so that it warms things up. It's got to take blood out of the hands and feet and start warming up the core. And in doing so, you're going to end up with cold fingers and toes. So cold foods can do the same thing as eating on a cooler day. It can pull the blood into the core so that it warms up the core before it gets back out, which is clearly a stressor. So not surprising that our good energy in through the sense of taste is warmth. So your warm drinks, your warm soups, your warm desserts, hot chocolate. The reason why we have hot chocolate and apples and hot apple cider and mulled wine is not just because they taste slightly sweet and wonderful, it is also because they warm the core. And in warming the core, the body, the nervous system relaxes, and when it relaxes, it eases the heat out to the rest of the body. Likewise, when you are holding your warm cuppa, whatever, it also warms up those extremities. It warms up your fingers. So we know that eating, digesting, can be a stressor for those of us who are prone to cold extremities. We know that for anybody, eating cold things pulls the blood into the core, which means that the extremities are going to be a little bit colder. So we can use the idea of the opposite, using warmth, warm items, warm soups, warm drinks, even just putting a hot pad on you, though that's not taste, we'll talk about that later, will actually warm up the core and enable you to put more heat out into your extremities. All right, let's finish this off. Take a deep breath in and release. And I will see you back here tomorrow when we cover yet another sense and how to help it heal, how to use it to help heal, or how it can stress your cold extremities. Take care.